Hey there, Wendy. It's your friendly neighborhood Bing. And this is the lesson I promised you on Joe Jackson's Look Sharp. So essentially, there's four different sections to this song. There's a verse A, a verse B, a chorus A, and a chorus B. And I'll go over all of them. So I'll start with verse A, which is the the opening riff, the big shot, tell you what, tell me what goes on around here. And that, what it is, in terms of the actual theory, is it's an A minor chord followed by a D chord, then a G chord. I'll just show you that real quick on here, but you don't need to learn uh, this complicated of a voicing. Yeah. Like that. Um, Instead, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of take the tops of each of the chords and we're going to play it like that. So the A minor just becomes the fifth fret on the G, B, and high E strings, just the top three strings right here, you see? So it goes like that. Then you shift up two frets and you play not the top string, but the two strings below it, the B and the E string on the 7. And then the third coordinate is a G chord that is done in the style of, so if you've ever done like a open D chord like that, you just shift that voicing up all the way to the 7th fret, so it becomes 7, 8, 10, or 7, 8, 7, excuse me, like that. So 5, 5, 5 on the G, B, and E string, 7, 7 on the G and B string, and then 7, 8, 8, 7 on the G, B, and E strings. And this chord is the same. I know you like your Led Zeppelin. It's the same chord that Jimmy Page uses in Over the Hills and Far Away when he does the lower chord in that. And so what it'll sound like is now, the really important part of this, I think this is what the tricky part is the timing. So if you break the timing down, it's in 4/4. So if you break the timing down into eighths, so that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 end, like that. The first A minor chord comes in on the 2, and you hold that a little longer than you do the other two chords. So, and then these come in on the and of 3 and the and of 4. So that'll sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you hear that this one's a little longer. 1 and 2 and you hold that through the and of 2. These you just hit real quick on the and of 3 and the and of 4, and that's called syncopation. It's when you kind of play in between the actual beats. And a trick I've learned for that is because I kind of grew up during the few years that ska was cool, so that's kind of part of my musical um, uh, education. So I learned how to do syncopation really well because that's the whole thing is going like. The way that you do it is you can do mutes. So like basically you hold your fingers above the fretboard but touching the strings, but you're not pressing down. Go. That takes a little practice to learn, but it keeps you in time. And so with this, you'd hit this chord on a downstroke, so you go, and then you'd hit the other two chords on upstroke. So I'd have to work on that a little bit to quite find it out, but the that's probably the most important part. So you can just hit this on downstroke and then go. And that might make it make a little bit more sense in your brain. I know it does for me. But if that's too tricky, stick to downstrokes. I'm pretty sure that's what the guitarist is doing in the song. But either is very acceptable. So. Once again, 555 on your G, B, and E strings, 7/7 on your G and B strings, and then 7/8/7 on your G, B, and high E strings. All right, so let's move on to the B section of the verse, which is the, tell me that this world is no place for the weak. So this has a couple technique things in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to bar a major C chord off of the low E string. So all 6 strings. So you put your index finger across the 8th fret of everything here. You then lower your middle finger onto the 9th fret of the G string, your ring finger onto the 10th fret of the A string, and your pinky finger onto the 10th fret of the D string. And this is the same construction as like an E major chord. And so in order to make that construction work going up, we need to drop our pointer finger down and hold down all 6 strings, which is difficult and it kind of hurts. I know. I'm not a big fan of bar chords myself, but that's how we do it. And you move it all the way up to the 8th fret. So from the low E string to the high E string, it'll go 8, 8, 10, 10. Excuse me. From the low E to the high E, it's 8, 10, 10, 9, 8, 8. Like that. So this is the chord construction that we want. But we don't want to just play it like this. Because there's a little thing that the guitar player's doing. And so he's kind of, sweeping or arpeggiating through it, if you will. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hit the lowest string, the lowest note in this. Boom. Like that. And then you just kind of slowly rake your pick through the top. You go. And kind of upstroke back through it. Like that. And then you quickly change to the 12th fret on the B and E strings to the 10th fret on the B and E strings. So, which is a G chord followed by an F chord. But you don't have to worry about that if you don't want to. So it goes. And so once again, timing is important here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I think you hit it on the 3 and the 4. Now, if you want to get fancy and you want to be exactly technical about what he plays, he actually goes there, like that. So he plays the 12th fret on the G string, followed by the 12th fret on the B string, into the 12th fret on, or the 10th fret on the G string, followed by the 10th fret on the B string. So. I'm still kind of learning how to do this too, so. But if that's difficult, you can kind of cheat it by just going like that. So once again, a bar C off the E chord. So 8, 10, 10, 9, 8, 8 from closest to you to farthest from you. And then these two little guys. So 12 on G, 12 on B, 10 on G, 10 on B. Or just 12, 12 on G and B, 12, 12 on G and B. Or 10, 10 on G and B, excuse me. And then we go back to the now we head into the chorus. And the chorus also has an A and a B part, as I'm sure that you've heard. So the first part of the chorus is not too bad. It's a power chord, which is just the note, and then you go up a string and up 2 frets. So this is a C power chord. This is a D power chord. So 3, 5, 5, 7, and you kind of sweep one into the other, and you kind of do that in rhythm. Yeah, you do it twice. And then one of the little mistakes I noticed on the YouTube video that you showed me was the guy didn't come in at the right rhythm. You need to kind of jump on the rhythm for the next part, which goes to a G power chord. So 3, 5 from the E string. These two were from the A string. So that's on the A string, 3, 5, 5, 7 on the A string. Go down to the E string, 3, 5. And then you sweep that, or you kind of slide that into this A power chord, 5, 7 on the E string. So, and he was kind of going, it's not like that, it's, yeah, it's got that little jump on it. You should hear it with the you know, if Jason's playing it, you know, the drummer will have like a hard hit at that point. Bom, bom, like that. And then the last little part of this is that he finishes it off, or she, I'm not sure who the guitarist for Joe Jackson is, with a series of mutes, like I showed you earlier. So you just kind of hold your fingers on the strings, but you're not pressing them down, and you just kind of strum through the strings, and you do that in a pattern that goes dot 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 dot, which are 16th notes. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. So it goes like that. But if you do it fast enough, it goes, yeah. You see how my fingers are coming off the of fingering the chord. So I'm just getting that. So once again, 3, 5 from the A string to 5, 7 to the A string, and you slide into that twice. And you go 3, 5 on the E string to 5, 7 on the E string, and then mutes. If that's too hard, you can just kind of go like that. Or you can just leave it out. I'll be doing it as well, so the sound will be picked up. But that's the full technique for that part. And then we go into the B part of the chorus, which is the, you know, so if the A part is the, you gotta look sharp, you gotta look sharp, you gotta have And then the next part is the B part. No illusions, just keep running away, looking over your shoulder. And that part goes like this. Gotta have no illusions, just keep running away, looking over your shoulder. That's my version of it anyway. I have yet to see a consensus online of how that's supposed to be done, but that's what I hear. So let me walk you through that real quick. So this is all in bar chords off the A string for the most part. So it starts off with F. So that's going to be 8, 10, 10, 10, and then 8 on the high E string, if you can manage it. If not, that's fine. You, me, and every other rock and roll player doesn't play that note because it's just awkward for your hands to have to, for your ring and pinky finger to have to bar 3 notes and then, not hit this note. But technically, that's what the note sounds like. But if you leave off the top and just kind of mute that high E string, so you're muting the low and the high E strings, you get, and that's fine. And that's an F. F, and then you go to an E minor 7. So E minor 7 looks like this. Once again, we're barring. It's going to be 7, 9, 7, 8, 7, 7. Like that. That's a minor 7 construction for bar chords off of that start on the A string, the second string, not the lowest string. So E minor 7 to D minor 7, so you just shift everything down 2 frets, and you get 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 5. To a C major bar chord. So this is 3, 5, 5, 5, which is the same thing that we did down here, but it's just more convenient to do it up here for this bit of the song. And then we get to a B minor 7, so what you were just doing, which is 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 2. Or, excuse me. 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, no, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. There you go. And that one you kind of want to sweep through like we did with the C chord down here. So he goes, look, go in your way. Like that. Now, the video you showed me had the guy explained to go up to a C or a D bar chord, a 5, 7, 7, 7. You can do this if you like, but it's technically not correct, but almost nobody will notice. But if that is easier for you, I would say stick with it till Jason yells at you. But correct is a B minor 7. Like that. And then it finally finishes off with an E dominant 7 chord, which goes from the string closest to you, the lowest E string, open, 2, open, 1, open, open. And I like to kind of hit that in time with the lyrics going over your shoulder. And so the whole thing sounds like this. It goes, gotta have no illusions, just keep running away, looking over your shoulder. So let's just run through that B section real quick again. So it starts off with this F bar chord from the A string. It is 8, 10, 10, 10, followed by E minor 7, 7, 9, 7, 8, 7, followed by D minor 7, 5, 7, 5, 6, 5. And this is all from the A string, no low E string, just the A string. To a C major chord, 3, 5, 5, 5. To a B minor, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. To an E dominant 7, open low E string, 2, open, 1, open, open. So the whole chorus together sounds like this. You gotta look sharp. You gotta look sharp. And you gotta have no illusions. Just keep running away, looking over your shoulder. And then the whole verse sounds together like. Big shot, tell me what goes on around here. In the corner, cigarettes and drink my beer. Tell me that this world is no place for the weak. It's a little rough, but you get the idea. You gotta look sharp. And you gotta have no illusions. Just keep running away, looking over your shoulder. Now there's one more part to the song. And the last part to the song is during that breakdown section where Jay's like, and then Leslie comes in with the piano. Dink, bink, bink, dink, bink, bink. There's a little guitar solo part. I can take this if you're not comfortable with it, but if you want to take it, I'll absolutely give it to you. And basically, you take that first chord that you play on the verse, but you start a little above it. You start on the 8th fret, and you go. So that's 8 on the high E, 5 on the high E, 5 on the B string, and then you just kind of like vibrato the hell out of it. So. And then just kind of lead back into it with the 5 on the G string. And just kind of make up whatever solo you want. That's where I'm at right now anyway. So, and then that, of course, leads back into the verse. And there's one more chorus. Gotta have no illusions. Just keep running away, looking over your shoulder. Yeah. And then this is just a bar A minor chord I'm ending on. So 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5. From the bottom to the top of the guitar, from the closest to you to the farthest from you. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, by text, by email, by carrier pigeon, at rehearsal, wherever. I'm more than happy to help you. Good hunting, Wendy.